It's not just the White House that Republicans are in danger of possibly losing this year. According to new reports, and based on the fears of sitting Republican lawmakers, Republicans are now afraid that they're also going to lose the House. Now, the House of Representatives, as we all know, is the only body that Republicans control nationally, other than, of course, the Supreme Court. But in terms of elected bodies, all they've got is the House, and they already have a very razor-thin margin in that House that over the last year and a half has actually even gotten smaller for them. So things are looking bad for Republicans in the House just based on what was already happening even before every poll shifted in the Democrats' favor. So Republicans are starting to panic, but Democrats, obviously, having the exact opposite reaction. Democratic Representative, Dan Kildee of Michigan said this. He said that they've seen a huge uptick with volunteers and small dollar donors. No question about it. It elevates a lot of our races. It may broaden the map. Look, we've still got to finish it, but just looking at volunteers and small dollar donors, these are two variables that matter. We know they are. So, pretty remarkable. And yes, other reports have confirmed that volunteers for Democratic campaigns, including House campaigns across the country, have skyrocketed in recent weeks. People are energized now that Harris is at the top of the ticket. They want to be involved, whereas when Biden was the nominee, you may not want to hear it, but it's the truth, people stopped caring. They were not energetic. They were not enthusiastic about it, but that has shifted. Polls have shown that the enthusiasm has shifted dramatically in favor of the Democratic Party right now. It's not just Kildee. Outgoing Representative Ann Kuster said this: "The path we were on was unsustainable. To be earnest, I thought we were going to lose 20 plus seats and lose the Senate and lose the White House. But I'm seeing polling all over the country every day, and we're flipping 5+ points in all these districts," she said. So she admits it too, like, yeah, a month and a half ago, we were going to lose everything. We were definitely not going to regain control of the House. We were going to lose control of the Senate, and we were going to lose control of the White House. Right now, it's not necessarily looking that way. Now, I don't want to give people any kind of false sense of optimism or make you think that everything is hunky-dory and you've got nothing to worry about. This is a fight, and it will continue to be a fight until the polls close on Election Day. We could still lose everything. We could lose the House, the Senate, and the White House this year. That is a possibility. There's a good chance that it happens too. Not a great chance, thank God, but a good chance nevertheless. We know for a fact we're already losing one Senate seat. Joe Manchin ain't going to win this year. And as much as he's not even really a Democrat, he still won't be there. Republicans are going to have that seat. It will go to somebody worse, if you can imagine that. But we could pick up somewhere else. You know, we know that Kari Lake is probably not going to win her election, so we keep that seat. But we have to focus in other areas as well. The Senate is going to be the tougher fight. The presidency right now, Harris is enjoying this massive surge that is still going on, which of course is why I say that I don't buy into the whole Harris honeymoon BS. If it was a honeymoon, it would have leveled off by now, but it's not. The House, on the other hand, that's kind of been the forgotten branch, right? We've done lots of talks about the Senate. Obviously, the presidential race is at the forefront of everything. But that House, where Republicans right now only have a razor-thin margin of a handful of votes, literally, that could be in play. Lauren Boebert, even though she's in a deeply Republican district and she easily won her primary, they still don't like her. Could that be a seat that we could flip? Maybe. Probably not, though, unfortunately. But in all these other swing districts out there, those are the districts where this race is going to be determined, both at the presidential level and, of course, at the House level. Because what's going to happen is Harris is going to drive out, if things continue on pace, just to be clear, but she is going to drive out these people who do not want to see a Donald Trump presidency. And more often than not, the people who do not want to see a Donald Trump presidency probably also do not want to see Republicans in control of the House. They're disillusioned with Republicans. They have watched them since they retook the House in January of 2023. They've done nothing for the American public. They have passed the fewest number of bills in the history of any Congress. They want change. And when you want change, you go with the other party. So those are people in these swing districts that will vote for Harris, and then they'll go down the ballot to the House race and probably vote for the Democrat as well. Not all of them, but that is the most likely scenario in these races. And that means if that seat is currently held by a Republican, they are suddenly in danger, whereas they were not in danger just a month and a half ago. Polls are showing, I mean, as Kuster points out, +5. Democrats are winning in red districts in special elections all over the country and have been for a year and a half now. Things have shifted so dramatically away from the Republican Party. And that's why all of these people say, like, oh, it's still a tight race. Still a tight race. Sure, it's a tight race, but it's kind of not when you look at what's been happening for the last year and a half. Everything's coming up Democrat. As I've pointed out many times, and I'll use it again because it's such a great example of it, Democrats won a deep red district in a special election in the state of Alabama running on a pro-choice platform. Things are shifting in this country in a way that does not benefit Republicans at all, and they are terrified. Here is what Will Reinert, the spokesman for the National Republican Congressional Committee, said. Because we are well prepared, we are well positioned to grow our majority, but it's going to be a knife fight until the very end. Okay, seems like, he doesn't seem panicked, but they are panicked. I promise you, they are panicking. Reports tell us that they are worried about this. They know what they're up against. They know that the momentum has shifted, the enthusiasm has shifted, everything has shifted. And you add that, what's happened in the last month, to what's happened to Republicans over the last year and a half, and it's a recipe for disaster for them. So again, I don't want to make people overly optimistic. I definitely do not want to give you false hope. But things are looking pretty good right now. And anytime Republicans panic, you can bet it's because good things are happening with the Democrats. According to world-renowned cardiologist Dr. Stephen Gundry, millions of Americans suffer from digestive issues caused by a potential toxin that's in all of the, quote, healthy foods that scientists have been telling us to eat with a fraudulent food pyramid for the longest time. Warning signs include weight gain and fatigue and digestive discomfort and stiff joints, even skin problems. Well, Dr. Gundry explains that these side effects are often mistaken for normal signs of aging because digestive issues develop usually over a matter of years and sometimes even decades. I can assure you that the damage is probably caused by these health foods, and it's far from normal. The good news is you can easily help fix the problem from your own home. It's very simple. You just have to know which foods are actually healthy and which contain this hidden potential toxin. You can go find this yourself at gutcleanseprotocol.com/ROF. That's gutcleanseprotocol.com/ROF. After years of research, Dr. Gundry has decided to release an informative video to the public, free and uninterrupted, showcasing exactly which foods you need to avoid. You can find that video at gutcleanseprotocol.com/ROF or just click on the link in the description below.